But why would you want to find one? What's so great?
Because I want one as a pet, that's why. What you mean why I want to find one? Look at it. I'm Louie, Flexin' Pythons. We got a reaction video today. We're gonna be doing a reaction to crazy creatures. I've done one already. If you haven't seen it, it was on the golden-tailed gecko. You're not gonna wanna miss that one. It's gonna be up in the right-hand corner. Go ahead, click that. Go watch it. Come back, watch this later. It's a gecko, spray stuff out his tail. Gross, nasty, smells bad. Pretty cool looking though. So we're reacting to another video from Crazy Creatures. The link to their channel is gonna be down in the description below. The video we're gonna be reacting to is gonna be cool. The title is Everything About the Platypus is Weird. So we're gonna be doing platypuses. If you know anything about platypuses right now, I want you to go down in the comments, tell me what you know about a platypus. What do I know? Before we watch this video, I know they lay eggs. I know they're part bird, mammal, and I think reptile. I think that somehow it's like part of all that. I don't know, it's a trip. I already know right there, that's a trip. So, needless to say though, the platypus, just looking at it is weird. It's a weird looking animal. Anything that look weird, that's out of the usual, out of the norm, I'm about it. So we gonna be looking at it. How platypus milk can save your life. Whoa, what? Platypus milk? I've never heard of a thing. Platypus milk can save your life.
The platypus is definitely a strange-looking animal.
He
but
is,
its
yo.
appearance
He
is
is.
nothing compared to deep-sea fish, ugly dogs, and every single human from the 90s. And really?
Just look at it for a second. It has a bill, like a duck. Looks like a beaver, kind of. Beavery looking tail. It has like paws, like flippers, webbed feet. Like a duck, I think. From what I can't really see it, but I think they do have like webbed feet. Yo, they're weird as hell. Weird as hell. So cool though. I won't be surprised if after this video I'm gonna want one as a pet.
Its looks aren't even the craziest thing about it.
Look how cool that is.
Try not to mock this weirdo. The platypus makes hormones and proteins that can save people's lives.
You making proteins? Let's go! Yo, I like the platypus even more now.
Maybe even yours. Also, there's a perfectly good reason for its strange appearance. Scientists have studied the duckbill platypus's DNA and determined that it shares its genes with reptiles, birds, and mammals.
So I heard that right. I remembered. Otters, maybe they're related to otters. I thought beavers. But they're linked to all three of those. What do you classify it as? I don't know if you noticed, but I got a playlist and I put all these videos in different playlists. The platypus is gonna be in every playlist possible. Reptile, all animal, wildlife, it's gonna be in everything except for maybe pets. I'm gonna put it in pets because I want one as a pet now.
Maybe that's why the platypus looks like a collection of body parts from totally different animals stuck together. But like we said, this creature is actually even crazier than it looks.
No.
It's a mammal that lays eggs, sweats milk, and hunts.
Okay, the egg part, I was like, yeah, I knew that. I remembered. I remembered the eggs. Sweats milk. It said that, right? Did I? It said that it sweats milk. Got milk? Psh, only when I'm sweating. How would someone or an animal, how would anything be able to sweat milk?
Using electricity. So how does a platypus sweat milk? And how can it save your life? If you want to find a platypus, it's not easy. They live in only one small part of the world, freshwater areas that flow throughout Tasmania and the eastern coast of Australia. You might want to lure it with treats. Platypus.
Hey, if you know what kind of treats I would need to lure one, it just said, let me know, because I'm trying to lure me one. You know me? I'm not about the alligators, crocodiles, jumping in with them. You know me? I'm not about that. That's not me. Platypuses? That's me. I'll go grab one. I'm gonna pet it on the head. Talk about booping a snoot? That is a snoot that I would love to boop.
Platypuses are carnivores who eat insect larvae, worms, and freshwater shrimp. But why would you want to find one? What's so great?
Because I want one as a pet, that's why. What you mean why I want to find one? Look at it. You just said all this cool stuff about it. It sweats out milk. I never got to buy milk again.
Great about them? Well, for one, they're very friendly. While Australian law protects platypuses from being kept as pets, they're very social with humans who can...
Perfect pet! How come we don't have them as pets? How can we not have them as pets yet? It's not fair. It's not fair. It says they're friendly to humans, man. I need one.
Keep them in sanctuaries and
Look how
zoos.
cute it is.
Another reason you might want to get to know a platypus is that their milk or their...
See, there it is. It has big webbed feet. Big webbed. And it's a mammal and a bird and a reptile. It got everything. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Man, it has it all. It's so cool. It's nice to people. We need to start captive breeding these things. Put me on the waiting list.
venom could save your life.
Venom.
In fact, platypus milk could end up saving us all. Australian scientists have discovered that platypus milk has incredible antibiotic powers. This finding could lead to cures for drug-resistant superbugs and save humanity from a global plague.
Dang.
So, how do you get some? Well, in keeping with the platypus's general modus operandi, the way its milk comes in is, of course, weird. While the females have mammary glands, they do not have nipples. Platypus mothers nurse their young through pores in their stomach. The platypus milk collects in pools on the mother's abdomen, and the babies lap it up. Another way
They're like little saucers, like little bowls on their tummy that they're doing. That's crazy. I just assumed that it would have nipples. Like it has some it's a part mammal, right? Mammals have nipples, but the platypus doesn't. But it does lay eggs. It sweats out milk. It has electricity and venom or poison or venom, right? Platypus crazy. Platypus crazy as hell, man.
Platypuses can help humans is with their venom. It's powerful stuff. Platypus venom can kill small animals, so keep your little dog away from them. And while it can't kill people, it is excruciatingly painful. Researchers...
I take a little bit of platypus venom. I would make that sacrifice if I could own one. It just comes with the territory. You're going to be raising these platypuses, you're going to have to get stung now and then. Do they sting? I don't even know.
Researchers have discovered that platypus venom can help us develop new kinds of diabetes treatments. The males keep venom in spurs attached to their hind feet. The spurs are on their feet year-round, but the venom is usually only present during mating season. The males typically don't use their venom to kill prey or defend themselves against their predators, which include dogs, owls, and foxes. They use it to fight other males for a lady platypus's affection.
Oh, snap.
Now for the weird part.
Snap. Yo, they also romantics. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna fight for their love. They're gonna bring out bring out the venom claw. They're gonna be fighting for their love. We're gonna fence to the not to the death, but it's on. And you gonna get man, they just trying to get their woman, man.
In their duck-like bills to get around. There are electroreceptors in their bills that detect the tiny electric signals that are generated by the nerves and hearts of their prey. When it's time to eat what they've hunted, platypuses don't have stomachs. Their gullets connect directly to their intestines. Instead of teeth, they have grinding pads, and they grind their food so fine it doesn't need to be digested by stomach acids.
Wow.
Now for the interactive portion of our video. Can you guess if the platypus has weird feet? Drumroll.
Can you guess? We already know that there's some weirdness in them feet because you just said the male's got the venom things or whatever. That's pretty weird. Also, they looked like they were webbed, but it also looked like they were very webbed and a lot of elasticity in it from what I've seen. And then sometimes they look like little paw type things.
Yes, they do. While their webbed feet work well under...
Let's look at those for a second. So webbed feet for sure. Not so much a paw, but like fingers and some really weird nails. Those are interesting.
Water, they're practically useless on land. The webbing makes it very hard for the platypus to walk on land, so it has to walk on its knuckles. Not an easy task.
That's why it needs a person like me to pick it up and carry it around on land. Come on now.
The platypus spends 30% more energy walking on land than it does moving in the water. Walking on its knuckles, sweating milk, and storing venom in its spurs, that's what makes the platypus a crazy creature.
Yo, go subscribe to Crazy Creatures, man. Go subscribe to them. We learned a lot about the platypus. Platypus is crazy, weird, doesn't make sense. Try to wrap your mind around how does it have all this stuff and all the stuff that it can do. We talked about it already. It sweats milk, what produces electricity or something with its bill. Venom gland and the hook, and they're gonna be fighting for their love for their woman. What else was crazy about it? It's a mammal that lays eggs. It has a duck bill, and it's also part reptile. And it has webbed feet and stuff, and it's part of a bird also. And parts of it, I don't know if it was the venom or the milk or all of it, or it can save lives or something. Something like that. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I don't know. Short-term memory. Maybe I forgot it already. All I know is it does some cool stuff. My favorite part though is that they're very cool to people. They okay to be snuggled up on. Now I'm not saying if you find one in the wild, you should go try and snuggle it, boop it on the snoot. I'm not saying do any of that. That would make a really cool pet. But obviously you cannot keep them as pets. I haven't heard of anyone keeping them as pets. So I better just get that dream out the way, out of my head. But the platypus is a really freaking cool animal. Super cool animal. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Go down there, hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Hey, I hope y'all have a good one. Leave a comment if you haven't already. What'd you learn about the platypus, man? Or woman? Yeah, you're not gonna get me.